last time as the party wound their way through a deceptive maze of icy tunnels on their way to the Mazken lands, seeking aid in their quest against Air, the betrayer god. They each encountered strange challengers, but once they came together, a dark presence made itself known. A creature fitted with blades, its skin mottled, its flesh pockmarked with wounds and scars, tatters of dark cloth still hanging over its corpse-like figure, obscuring its face. It spoke to them in a strange, scratching, echoey voice, and then readied itself to attack. And on that note, we'll roll initiative.
What did it say again? Like hickory dickory children, or
Helter Skelter. Hickory dickory.
Rolandir got 5.
Beautiful.
A 4 for Val.
Nice.
Mick got 6.
Wow, this is going well. 4, 5, 6.
16 for Lerots.
16 for Ifran as well.
22 for Brynir.
It will go player, 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 the creature, Kelniace, player, player, player.
Okay, if possible, Val would like to go before our fighters, just so that I can help you out.
No, not at all. I absolutely refuse Lerots. Yeah, I don't care.
Refuse to be helped.
Would Val like to take the lead?
Sure. Okay. I'm with LaRotes, right? He grabbed me and pulled me in here.
Yeah, can we do like a quick recap of just where people are in relation to this thing?
You're in a large, oval-shaped chamber of ice. Its walls are cracked, mirror-like surfaces that make it almost disorienting to move about. The floor, though, is peppered with snow, and because of that, you can at least get your bearings that way, but an exit is impossible to see without some intensive investigation. You are all sort of clumped near the middle of this chamber, and this creature then dropped down on the far side.
Cool. I will cast haste on LaRotes. This thing is, like, opposite us, correct?
Yeah.
So I can move away from it.
Let's just say if this room is an oval, it's on the right side, you're in the center, and then there's an empty left side.
Okay. For now, I think Val is going to stay put, kind of squoosh himself into the center of this group of people, because he is very squishy. That's it for Val.
LaRotes, would you like to use this newfound vigor?
I would like to use this newfound speed. So Lerots, he's a man of simple decisions. So he's going in swinging. Ooh, and I'm pretty sure he hit with a 26.
That is a hit.
I'm just going to do all 3 first, if that's okay with you.
Yep.
How about a 20?
That is a hit.
All right. How about an 18?
That is a hit.
Lerots is going to infuse his glaive. For all those who remember this last time, he's going to use his intent to infuse his glaive with fire. So he is going to deal 47 damage, 9 of which is fire damage.
As your glaive slashes through this creature, it lets out this hideous shriek as you tear its already tattered clothes to shreds, and your heated glaive slices through its thin skin like butter.
Does Lerots notice anything that he would think is a difference, like an increased effectiveness?
No.
Okay, right. We're going to have to switch it up next round then.
Players next.
Brynir is going to go into a rage, and he's going to charge at the monster with his great axe. Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Okay, wielding his great axe, Brynir takes a sideways slash at this monster's leg, but it's able to defend. But with his second slash, he brings it down on the creature's side, slashing it, leaving a nice gash.
It screeches as black, purplish blood spurts out onto the snowy stone floor, and then it looks at you with an intense fire in its eyes. And Brynir, do a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage, please.
Does an 18 save?
As the creature attempts to bat your battle axe out of your hand, you are able to keep a hold of it, but then with its other hand, it sticks its middle finger up under your armpit, aiming it a little inward, and you will take 15 damage, and you start to feel a little hazy. He then disengages from Brynir and pushes himself up against the icy wall, clattering about 10 feet up. Its reflection is now dancing all around you. Kelniace, takes out a throwing knife and gives it a good toss, but it sticks into the ice right by this creature, or it actually looks like it should have hit the creature, but it just impacts ice. And she curses, and that'll be her turn.
Is it a player's turn now?
It is.
Ifran is going to run up and he's going to attack. I've got an idea for what's going to happen, but here are the numbers, okay? I rolled a 28, a 13, a 21, and another 13.
So the 13's miss.
Ifran runs straight for the wall where he saw this creature crawl up, trying to keep track of which one is the real one and not just a reflection. And using his super duper monk abilities, he runs up the 10 feet along the wall, and using the dagger that Kelnies had thrown into the wall, he uses it as a stepping stone of sorts and goes for a couple of quick kicks against this creature, dealing a total of 23 damage, and he needs to make a strength saving throw.
He would, but your feet of fury crack against the ice, sending a web of cracks going out in every direction as you just completely shatter a part of this wall. However, it does make it quite easier to see the real creature now that there is this spider web of cracks going along a good fourth of this icy cavern. Who's next?
Okay, so Mick, seeing all this and everything that's commenced, has a clear picture now of where this guy is. And so Mick turns towards the creature and says, "Who is this joker anyways?" And as he's saying that, points towards the creature and casts True Strike. And I rolled a 27.
So yeah, on your next turn, you'll gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target.
That was one of my actions. So I'm looking around and I also get my lute out from my side and I start to play it, and I sing a little ditty to Brenier. I say, "Brenier, my dear friend, go in peace." And then I award him Bardic Inspiration.
Rolandir.
Still standing in the center of the room near Val, Rolandir, now seeing the two shattered panes of glassy ice where this creature had been thought to have been, he reaches out his hand at where he's pretty sure this creature is now, and he closes his eyes and he simply says, "Implode."
Don't explode. Implode.
Well, we don't want his knife fingers exploding all over the place.
Exactly. So he's using intent to try to cause this effect on the creature, and my D20 roll is a 26, and my D100 roll is a 67.
As you aim your finger off into a wanton corner of the room and voice your intent, the ice at that point shatters and crackles and falls to the ground, revealing the cut stone behind it, but the creature is not where you desired.
Then Rolandir's going to use his move to close the distance between him and where he saw the creature climb the wall and has a sword drawn.
Back to the top.
Can Val go again?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay, this is similar to what Rolandir did. I am going to use intent. I would like to shatter the entire room so that we can clearly see where this creature is. Like, I want to make these surfaces non-reflective. It's a 22 on my D20. And a 2 on my D100.
You are able to create a network of hairline cracks that spread throughout the chamber, but shattering every little piece of ice and in this strange reflective makeup is not what you achieved.
Is it clear enough to let us see where the enemy is?
I think it's begun to help, but I don't think it's quite doing what we want it to yet.
All right. In that case, if Lerots could go, he's just gonna stroll up to his best guess of wherever this thing could be, and he's going to make an attack.
Go for it.
That is a critical failure. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Go for it then.
That is not a critical failure. That is in fact a 23.
That is a hit.
Okay. I am going to deal 14 damage, 3 of which will be force damage.
That does hit the creature.
Awesome. Upon finding the creature, Lerots is now going to use his other 2 attacks to hit the exact same spot he just hit, but he's going to do them one at a time just to try to use some bullcrap to get this creature to move. So he's going to do them one at a time.
Okay.
So the first one is a 24.
That passes its AC.
Well, let's see if it moved.
And it will also hit.
So then, dealing 17 damage.
Finish it off.
Oh, sweet. Lerotz, upon finding his target, he takes one more swing, imbuing his glaive with force to knock it off the wall. Upon impact, it knocks the creature off the wall. It flies about 10 feet before sliding to a halt, where the body just ragdolls.
That it does. As it falls to a stop and it lets out this raspy, long breath that kind of bubbles in its throat as, again, this purple ichor drips from its lips. Brynir, why don't you do a wisdom saving throw for me?
Okay, and I'm going to use fanatical focus and re-roll that because I rolled a 3. Okay, that was worse.
So seeing the creature fall, Rolandir begins to put his sword kind of back in its sheath hanging from his belt until he notices Brynir acting kind of funny.
So the new initiative order will be player, Brynir, the creature, Kelnius, and then 3 players. As Brynir, your vision is clouded with tendrils of black and purple. The images of your allies turn actually into these creatures.
No.
And you are moved upon to attack your former allies.
Who's closest to me?
Probably Lerotz and Efron and Rolandir.
Rolandir's probably furthest from you, honestly. Like, he's within 10 feet, but the other 2 actually ran up to, like, attack the wall physically.
Let's say Lerotz then, because Efron's up the wall.
Well, I came back down. I'm not just Spider-Man up there.
Okay, Brynir is going to attack Lerotz.
Nat 20.
Oh, Ammon, I wish you hadn't spoken.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Gosh,
Guys,
dang it,
was
Ammon.
there any doubt?
I was going to say, of all of us to have this frickin' effect come upon us, Seth is the absolute worst.
Oh, boy.
Hey, I rolled a nat 1. You can use that one instead.
So how much damage do you inflict on good old Lerotz in his half plate?
Do you hit him on the top half or the bottom half? Because he's only got the leggings on the bottom half.
Unable to tell the difference between his companions and this monster that had just been in all these different mirrors, Brynir goes to the closest one to him, Lerotz, and swings to the side, trying to immobilize this creature's arm. This first blow comes to Lerotz's side, dealing 37 damage, 7 of which is radiant damage.
Well, the radiant damage has no effect, particularly on me, and that only is only a minor wound. So get that crap out of there and call me when you got something that's actually going to hurt me.
And then, seeing that this creature is still moving, Brynir brings his axe down in a vertical slice, slashing at the arm, dealing 17 damage.
All right, so I have 1 minor wound total, Ryan.
All right, as you suffer a minor laceration from this impact, you will take -1 to strength and constitution saving throws.
Forgot to erase that since the last time you gave me that particular status effect, so it's fine.
All right. The creature's corpse, to the rest of you, suddenly spasms. It grows rigid, its limbs twisting and turning at acute angles until it rises to its feet once more, its head and arms snapping into place as if it were a dummy that had been taken apart and put back together. It gives a small cackle, and it waggles its finger, and it just says, "Come to play." And then it scuttles across the floor to Val.
Of course it does.
Val, what's your AC?
It's really low. It's a 12, but I will use my illusory self as a reaction if this is going to hit me.
That is going to hit you.
I interpose a perfect illusion of myself in between me and the attacker, and the attack automatically misses.
Classic Shadow Clone.
It's like Shadow Clone substitution jutsu.
As this first attack, as it swipes at your staff in vain, you obviously don't have to roll to be disarmed because it swipes at this illusion. I assume it interacting with the illusion shattered said illusion, though.
Yes, I can only do it once.
You can't see much more of its face other than its strangely elongated jaw and its cracked smile that it flashes you before it then stabs a finger up into your armpit. And Val, you're going to take 13 damage, and you begin to feel a little queasy. Kelnius, who is standing, right next to Val, sees this creature and immediately goes to attack it. That is a natural 20.
Yeah.
Kelnius strikes at this creature for 28 damage with her first strike, and then misses her second. It's a player's turn.
So, having just charged at this thing, seeing Lerotz hit it into the middle of the floor. It's suddenly reanimating and going towards Val. Rolandir whips himself around and starts charging at it now. I'm assuming he can make it there in his move.
You can.
All right. And he goes to attack twice, one of those with a 28, one of those with a 20, not natural.
The 28 hits, the 20 does not.
Well, shoot. Then, coming at it once, he kind of misjudges it, and the creature's able to just barely escape the blade, but he comes at it again, and he's able to get it pretty solidly in its side, dealing 33 damage.
Oof, that's a great hit.
Of those 33, 21 are radiant.
It has no added effect. Ifran, Mick are the last two.
Okay, Ifran is going to attack with Flurry of Blows, so it's going to be 4 total. The numbers are 13, 18, natural 20, and a 21.
All but the nat 20 miss.
Okay, so Ifran runs up to the creature, and he's going in for a couple of strikes, and he goes to stab it down with Iman, dealing 21 damage.
Dealing 21 damage and finishing it off.
Woo!
Okay, and Iman goes straight down into this creature's skull, skewering its brain clean through.
And as you nail this creature to the ground, Val, your vision becomes a haze of these creatures scuttling all around you, their knife hands clicking, clacking against the ice and stone. The new initiative order will be Val, a player, Brynir, the creature, Kel the ace, 3 players. So we're still in the last player slot, which is just Mick.
So I am going to down a Lycal, and I'm going to approach Brynir, and I am going to cast Modify Memory. So that's up to 1 minute, and he has my full attention and everything, just so you know. And he can only hear me, but he's not aware of his surroundings. So I hope this works. If it doesn't, then that kind of sucks. Anyway, so I'm going to cast that, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to modify his memory to. Is that okay?
Yeah, so Brynir, make a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
16.
Oh, thank heavens, I got 17 on my roll. Yeah.
So then you can't attack Mick or target Mick with harmful abilities, and Mick has advantage on any ability check to interact with you, because you're charmed, and now you can affect the target's memory of any event it experienced within the last 24 hours and lasted no more than 10 minutes.
Okay, let's try this then. So Mick approaches Brynir, of course, casts that, and then says, Brynir, my dear lad, what are you doing? We've killed the creature. Please, restrain yourself. And then I ask Brynir to distance himself from the rest of us and to surrender his weapons as well.
So what are the specific memories that you're giving him?
So I'm giving them the specific memories that, contrary to what he's believing right now, because he's seen us as the creatures, as the image of the creature. So I'm giving him the memory. Again, I don't know if this works, but whatever, I'm going to try it. I'm giving him the memory that we have already killed the creature. The creature is dead. There's no need to fight. Yeah, that's the specific memory that I'm giving to him.
Okay, then we'll go back to the top.
I have a question about my, state of mind right now. Is this effect such that, I have to attack these things? Or is it, do I have the freedom to act in an otherwise manner?
You can do whatever you want. It's just everything around you is these are creatures that are hostile that are attacking you.
Does it seem unreasonable to you, Ryan, for Val to try to crack the walls again, thinking that these are illusions? Or
no.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. That's a 13 on my D20 and an 8 on my D100.
That is not enough, but you are able to make a few more fractures.
I'm surrounded by these things, right?
Oh yeah, and they are barking at you, laughing at you, scratching at you.
Okay, I'm gonna try to run away from them. Go 35 feet opposite direction.
You move to the very end of the cavern. You impact the wall. You see your own reflection in front of you.
Well, that's not comforting. That's it for Val.
Okay, a player.
Seeing that Val is acting odd and just ran into a wall, and that Brynir is attacking his comrades, he is going to go up to Val, just grab him by the lapel, and say, Val, you must snap out of it, and then smack him across the face, just like a slap.
Oh, I thought you were gonna like stunning strike Brynir.
You could also stunning strike me. I'm very easy to hit.
You're just slapping Val?
I'm just slapping Val to try to get him to wake up, you know? Just snap out of it.
Well, in Val's mind, one of these creatures comes along and slashes him across the face with its knife hands.
Ooh, question. Is there a physical bleeding then with Val?
Val can feel warm blood pouring from his cheek, but Ifron obviously doesn't see anything.
Does Val react in like a horrified manner?
Oh, most certainly. Yes.
Okay, then Ifron's not going to smack him again. Instead, Ifron is going to say, Val, please, you must listen. You are stronger than this. You can do this. I know you can.
Val, you hear a cacophony of snorts, coughs, guttural moans, and insults thrown your way by this creature that has just slashed your face.
But is not attacking you anymore.
Well...
I'm going to do patient defense, spend a key point to take the dodge action.
Then it's Brynir's turn.
Did the spell work?
You have this memory of defeating the creature and this, want to put down your weapons, but you are still seeing creatures around you.
So part of the spell, I was reading it as I'm not aware of my surroundings. I can only hear the caster.
Then I guess, Brynir is incapacitated straight up. You can't take actions or reactions.
Nice. After having this spell cast upon him, Brynir is suddenly unaware of everything around him. He just kind of sees this kind of blackness, a faint voice of Mick, not actually quite sure of what is going on, and he just rests his great axe in his hand.
So as Brynir becomes passive once more, this creature's corpse twists and writhes again on the ground as it springs back up, doing sort of a handstand and then falling onto its knife-covered feet, giving another cackle, and then running toward Rolandir.
Oh, goody.
Please do a dexterity saving throw.
That is a 22.
You are able to keep hold of your sword as it tries to disarm you, as it then screeches and you see it hold out its finger like a knife and attempt to stab it up into you. You are able to dodge its blow, and it gives a little hiss and then retreats across the floor. It is now pretty plain to see in the middle of the room. Kelniace then is going to attack it from behind. After it just went for you, Rolandir. She hits, dealing 19 damage to it as she plunges one of her short swords into its side. It's a player's turn.
Ledots is going to take his turn. He is overcome with a wave of exhaustion after the haste spell that Val cast on him. And he just doubles over, and he can't move, he can't act. He just takes this moment to catch his breath and try to breathe.
Did you just barf on my feet?
Basically.
Dropping off like flies.
All right, who's next? 2 more players.
Mickey, you got something?
I'm pretty close to Brynir right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I know I just cast a spell on Brynir for modified memory, but that's only gonna last a minute, and he's incapacitated right now. Realizing that that's probably not a very good thing, especially now that this creature has reanimated, I guess you could say. Mick wants to cast Greater Restoration. Tell me if I can do this, because I'm just reading these cards. I don't know if I'm interpreting them wrong, but it basically says it can alleviate one of the effects of a spell or a charm or, a debilitating effect. So I'm going to assume that applies to what's happening to their minds right now from the creature. So I am going to cast Greater Restoration on Brynir.
As your Greater Restoration spell, and what level are you casting that at?
That's level 5.
Okay. As you cast Greater Restoration on Brynir, a wave of light sort of washes over his eyes as he comes to once more. This curse that had been placed upon him is washed away, but you've also restored his original memory. So he has a full recollection of what he did and what happened. But you are no longer under the influence of this creature.
Nice. I'll take it.
I'll keep that in mind for next time.
Rolandir.
Rolandir. He was by Val. He went through to go and try to attack this thing, so he's over in that area. And he is going to kind of get between where Ifron and Val are, because he sees Ifron's trying to reach Val, but it's just not quite working. And he puts his hand on the area where this creature had thrust its finger into Val's armpit and mutters a few incantations, and some sparks, go down the arm through the fingertips up into it. And he's using lay on hands to either cure a disease or neutralize a poison affecting this creature, namely Val. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's what he's trying to do.
It has then no effect unless you heal.
Ooh, so it's a curse. I think I can't heal if I dispel a curse. It's either or. So that's what he does, and he steps back, and he still sees this haze in Val's eyes, and he readies himself.
Then it's Val's turn, as you see another one of these creatures come up and give you this sniff this rancid breath washes over you, and then it snarls as it retreats, slashing its claws, but none of them hitting you.
Okay. Well, this is a very scary situation for Val. Now he's backed into a corner, unfortunately. So how big is this chamber?
Moderately sized.
Okay. Is it 40? Is it more than 40 feet?
It is.
Okay. I'm casting Fireball. I am going to try to hit as many of these things as possible.
So if you have the left side of the room, the middle of the room, and the right side of the room, where is your point of impact?
I think point of impact is probably towards the middle. Like, from me, I wanted to hit these two things in front of me for sure, and then if I can sweep towards the middle, that is where I'm headed.
Yeah, it's a radius of 40 feet or a diameter?
Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius, so it's a 40-foot sphere.
You will be able to get Kelnies, Relandir, and Ifron.
Cool. Do I also hit the creature?
Yes.
Like the actual one? Okay, great. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw. My DC is a 17.
Ifron, since you're close enough to me, you'll take a +5 on your dexterity saving throw.
Hot diggity dog, that is enough.
Kelnies passes, the creature does not.
Ifron rolls an 18. Well, he got a 13, but with that +5,
Nice.
slips right out.
What kind of monk are you?
Relandir passes with over 20.
Okay, it's 33 fire damage, halved if you succeeded.
Or big old goose egg if you're Ifron, because he's got evasion.
As this fireball streaks from Val's hand and explodes near the middle of the room, engulfing the creature, Kelnies, Ifron, and Relandir, everyone else's attention, Lerots, Brynir, and Mick, is brought behind you as you see this explosion of light and fire. Kelnies, as the dust and smoke clears, is singed, shrugs it off, as does Relandir. Ifron is entirely unharmed, and the creature is little more than a burnt, smoking husk, slowly disintegrating in the middle of the room, as the haze then clears from Val's eyes.
That was close, because I was literally about to give you, like, a freaking massive punch to the sternum.
And I deserved it.
But it's unneeded.
Brynir just looks at Lerots on the floor and then looks at his feet and says to him, "Really? You had to get it on my shoes?"